This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. This is the top home run hitter, base hits leader, and leading RBI man in the California Community College Western State East Conference in 2019. Judah Wilbur of the Barstow College Vikings wins the WSC home run and RBI title. The sophomore shortstop was a first-team All-State selection his freshman season at BCC. This year, he hammered a WSC high 9 home runs and has the most hits in the conference. His .416 batting average, third highest in the WSC, a performance that has him a front-runner for Western State East Conference Most Valuable Player honors. Judah Wilbur drives in 2 runs in his final game, a Viking, pushing his runs driven in total to 53, 12 more than the conference RBI runner-up. He collects 3 hits in his final game at Dale Fry's Field this Military Appreciation Day. Coach Ricky Walker's Vikings place 2 other hitters in the conference top 10 in batting. Nick Caswell's .362 average, 8th in the WSC. Nick Caswell, a freshman from Littleton, Colorado. Jathan Sibal, .366 batting average, 9th highest among conference hitters. Jathan Sibal registers 3 RBIs in the Vikings season finale against Canyons. The versatile second-year Viking out of Basic in Las Vegas, one of 14 sophomores on BCC's 44-player roster. In the season finale, the Vikings go ahead of the Cougars with a 5-run rally. In the second inning, Jack McLaughlin singles to left to get the offense going. First of 2 hits on the day for Jack McLaughlin, Canyons starter begins to wilt, feeling the effects of the 95-degree game-time temperature after Richard Esquivel gets plunked by a pitch. Alfred Del Sangro singles to left to load the bases. Alfred Del Sangro, sophomore Viking out of Desert Oasis in Las Vegas. Miguel Martin drives in the first Vikings run with the first and only error charged to the Cougars this game. Jack McLaughlin scoring. Dylan Bradford draws the bases loaded, base on balls, and the Vikings have their second run. Richard Esquivel greeted by teammates after the free ticket home. He is a first-year catcher from San Antonio. Alfred Del Sangro scores when Jathan Sibal takes ball 4, and BCC has run number 3. Judah Wilbur, who never saw a first pitch he didn't like, it seems, benefits from the 15-mile-per-hour high desert wind gusts to record his first RBI of the afternoon. Miguel Martin scoring. The bases remain loaded. Jack McLaughlin's second at-bat of the inning produces the go-ahead run, the sacrifice fly sending Dylan Bradford across the plate. Dylan Bradford, Vikings freshman and former Barstow High School Aztec. Eli Zapata, the third straight southpaw BCC throws at Canyons left-handed hitter studded lineup. Fine play by third baseman Jack McLaughlin ends the visitors' half of the third. Jack McLaughlin, first-year Viking from Golden, Colorado. As we see so many times, a player who makes a fine defensive play to end the inning follows with a base hit to open his team's half of the inning. Jack McLaughlin's double to the alley in right center field, his 13th extra base hit of the year and 10th double. Jack McLaughlin hands off some of his protective gear to third base coach Austin Crank, wearing the power hitter's number 44. Jack Mack will be stranded. The next Vikings run comes on the Josh Torrance double to left center, driving Jathan Sibal across with Barstow College run number 6. This is in the 4th. Josh Torrance, one of 4 Vikings with a multiple hit game. He is a sophomore from Ukaipa. On to the 5th. Richard Esquivel stays back on the breaking pitch and drills the base hit to center. The Vikings collect 18 hits this day off Canyons pitching. BCC finishes the season with a .325 team batting average, second highest in the conference. Alfred Del Sangro pulls the base hit down the left field line for a double that sends Richard Esquivel to third. Alfred Del Sangro's second hit of the game. 6 of the Vikings' 18 hits this day are of the extra base variety. Bases are loaded for Jason Sabal, who drives in, Richard Esquivel, and Alfred Del Sangro for Barstow College runs 6 and 7. Judah Wilbur's solid single to center sends Dylan Bradford home, and it is a 3-run fifth. The Vikings erupt for another 3-run uprising in the 8th. Albuquerque freshman Alex Pena nearly hitting it out, going the other way. Sam Smith scoring on the double. Alex Pena finishes the season with 14 hits in 37 official at-bats, a .389 batting average. All told, 11 Vikings finish the year hitting over 300. Barstow College camaraderie at its best when teammates cheer for George Hanach when the 250-pound redshirt freshman catcher drives in Alex Pena, capping the 3-run 8th. For George Hanach, a pair of hits in his 5 official at-bats, making him a .400 hitter. As for other season stats, Jason Katz again proves to be the hardest worked workhorse among conference pitchers, leading the WSC in innings pitched a second straight season. Jason Katz, 12 starts in his 19 appearances. He won 4 games his sophomore year. He plays next at Upper Iowa State, where he'll be joined by fellow Viking catcher Adrian Trujillo. Graydon Velazquez, second-year Viking and former Barstow Aztec, appears in 23 games in 2019, more than any other pitcher in the conference. Sultana sails past Apple Valley Christian into the second round of the CIF Division 6 playoffs with a bench-clearing blowout of the undermanned Warriors. Bench-clearing in that Sultans coach Dave Booth sends every one of his 15 players in uniform into action. Sophomore Josh Serrano and freshman Sterling Peck each collect 4 of Sultana's 24+ base hits. Senior Caleb Mastis is one of 7 Sultans with a multiple hit game.
Caleb, what are some of the good things you take from a first round win like this?
Well, I think getting a win first round really gives us a lot of confidence going into the next round, and I think we're all just having a lot of fun, and I think the 4 days of practice really helped us a lot, and like I said before, it's going to give us a lot of confidence. I think, we just got to keep having fun, keep playing the game we know how to play, and then, it'll help us a lot in the second round, and just hope to go from there.
Nice job. Good luck.
Thank you.
The Sultans come out swinging. Matt Flynn drives the first pitch of the game up the middle. Matt Flynn, the junior center fielder, his 2 hits this game improve his batting average to .377. Clay Porter singles Matt Flynn to second. Clay Porter, a sophomore infielder whose 3 hits this game have him batting .345. Caleb Mastis drives in Matt Flynn with the first run of the game. Clay Porter committing a base-running error, never be thrown out at third for the first or last out of an inning. 15th run driven in for the senior infielder, second highest on the team behind the on-deck hitter. That's Jimmy Hernandez. Jimmy Hernandez comes as close as any Sultan to hitting it out this game, lifting this deep drive to right that gets misplayed and falls for a base hit that sends Clay Porter and Caleb Mastis across, and the overthrow to third keeps Jimmy Hernandez sprinting in to score. Not an inside-the-park home run due to the error, but 2 runs driven in that hike his team-high RBI total to 22. This is in the second, back to first inning action. Dominic Ariano one-hops the fence in left center field. Caleb Mastis scoring on the ground rule double. 11th RBI for the affable sophomore catcher who was a magnet for Daily Press photographer James Quigg Action Pictures, shown here sliding home later in the game. This Jim Quigg photo shows Dom Ariano applying the tag against MRL foe Apple Valley. The Warriors limit Sultana to 2 runs in the first. Compliments of shortstop John Huang's fine leaping catch of the line drive to end the inning. 6'4" sophomore Philip "Philly" Jimenova starts for the Sultans. This day's win, his 5th of the year. Apple Valley Christian's Aiden Delgado gets the first Warriors base hit, the 2-out single in the first. Aiden Delgado later drives in the Warriors' lone run of the contest. Sultana pitchers limit Apple Valley Christian to 6 hits on the day, issuing a lone base on balls in the process, while striking out 11 Warriors. The Sultans explode for 11 runs in the second. Josh Serrano's first of his 4 hits falls in. Luke Valenzuela to third. Josh Serrano's huge day at the plate, raising his batting average to .367. Matt Flynn's fly ball plenty deep enough to enable Luke Valenzuela to score with Sultana run number 3. Clay Porter laces the base hit down the left field line. Josh Serrano scores, followed by Jacob Sheeran, who had been hit by a pitch. Clay Porter's 5th double on the year, RBIs 6 and 7. It is 5-0. Caleb Mastis rips the base hit to center, scoring Clay Porter. This will be followed by Jimmy Hernandez bases clearing blast that makes it 8-0. Dominic Ariano resets the offensive juggernaut with the base hit up the middle. Dom Ariano carries a .352 batting average into the round 2 CIF game at Rio Hondo Prep. This is freshman Sterling Peck. He drops the base hit into right and hustles to second when the outfielders are tardy in picking it up and getting the ball back in. Dominic Ariano advances to third and tightens up his running shoes in advance of scoring on a pass ball. The aforementioned Jim Quigg photograph captures that action. Luke Valenzuela launches this blast that crash lands just beyond the reach of Warriors outfielders. Sterling Peck crossing the plate. Luke Valenzuela, a junior, 2 hits this game, bringing his batting average to .333. Double digits on the Sultans scoreboard now. It's 10-0. Josh Serrano sends the left fielder in hot pursuit of the ball when he hammers the high fastball to the base of the fence. Luke Valenzuela scoring Sultana run number 11. Josh Serrano will make it an even dozen runs, scoring when Matt Flynn reaches base on an error. The final score will be 20-1. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive. Bid fast and last, world-class auctioneers, family-owned and operated liquidation experts. Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. Valu Quality Truck Body, family-owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Desert High Transportation, reliable and dependable non-emergency transportation for ambulatory and wheelchair passengers. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. Girls rule intermediates and restrictor plate. Octogenary Gary wins KT 100. The Iceman remains unbeatable. Blaine Kuhn, dirt cart senior winner. Maxwell Tippett's dirt carts junior checkered in race 4 of Wheel to Wheels Championship Series. Intermediates are the biggest class of wheel-to-wheel racers. 13 take the track this night, 7 in this heat race. Purple 51 Mia Farrell, just turned 12-year-old from Apple Valley. Yellow 18 Casper Wright, Apple Valley 8-year-old. 99 Dylan Agri, 7-year-old from Corona. Zate Legend, black 8 with orange trim. Riverside, 7-year-old. Blue 58, Jake Adams, age 12, from Apple Valley. Silver Blue 28, Stevie Simpson, Apple Valley 9-year-old, last year's Rookie of the Year. 1, the Bandit, Braden Miller-Bushy, 10-year-old from Riverside. Stevie Simpson is the season points leader. He stays low and will overtake Mia Farrell for the lead. Braden Miller-Bushy right behind in season points. In fact, by night's end, 4 intermediates will be within 2 points of Stevie Simpson's 20 season points total. Stevie Simpson takes the checkered in this, the first heat race of the day. 22 is Liam Coffey, Firehawk EMS Driver of the Week. Liam Coffey just turned 7. He races out of Riverside. 2 is Sean Rogers, Riverside 12-year-old. White 16, Lydia Brown, this 12-year-old from Glendora, has quite a night of racing in store for her. Jaden Manchester behind her in blue 23. Cash Culp, Green Money Machine inside second row. Sean Rogers, Lydia Brown, Jaden Manchester, Cash Culp, all within 5 points of first place in season points coming in. Sean Rogers rides his pole position to the front. Cash Culp right behind. Lydia Brown third, coming through turn 3. Sean Rogers maintains the lead and races to the checkered in the second heat race of the day, this Cinco de Mayo Saturday at the Victorville Oval. These are intermediate juniors: 15 Jackson Sowers, 27 Robbie Simpson, 10 Robert Nogales, 7 Blake Edsel, 12 Gage Graham, 4 Scout Leaks. The future of wheel-to-wheel racing, as with any sport, ensured with the infusion of the youngest Speedway Sprints participants becoming engaged, and that is the point and purpose of the Intermediates Junior class. These are among the youngest, not quite ready for prime time competition, but eager for track time in a competitive setting. The opposite end of the wheel-to-wheel spectrum, the Pro 500 class: 5 Mike Lewis, U.S. Navy Desert Storm veteran from Santa Clarita; 3 Jacob Rogers, 29-year-old carpenter by trade from Glen Avon; 84 Will Brown, Glendora teenager, at 15 the youngest in the Pro 500 class; John Alonzo, 99, the chimney sweep from Orange County; 39, welcome back, Buck Blair, 5-year veteran of Pro 500 wheel-to-wheel racing; blue 27, Colin Aiden; 8, Ryan Tippett. The carpenter and the chimney sweep go head-to-head before John Alonzo gets the upper hand. John Alonzo, reigning wheel-to-wheel track champion. He also won way back in 2006. He enters this night second in season points to John Aiden. This is the first of this day's Pro 500 heat races. Here's the second flight of Pro 500s. 28 Chad Agri, RV Tech out of Beaumont. 33 Justin Taylor, last year's restrictor plate champion. He's 20. His dad, Bobby Taylor, 766, inside second row. White 59 Justin Adams, wheel-to-wheel rookie out of Apple Valley. Right behind him, white 0 Kenny Perkins from Oak Hills. He also races sprints at Paris. John Aiden, white 7. He'll be trying to make it 3 straight checkered flags in main events by night's end. Anytime John Aiden and Bobby Taylor are on the track at the same time, expect a pitched battle. John Aiden, the Iceman, heating up in preparation for the main, prevailing, sailing to the checkered. It's approaching that season when the phrase something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue is often heard. At Wheel to Wheel this season, something new is the KT100 class, dirt carts in a separate class from the Open Seniors and Juniors dirt carts. Something old? No, Rat Racing's Rat X, this is not your cue. KT100s are new. Something borrowed from nearby Paris. Something blue, Gary Southern's Blue 11. Although he'll gladly answer to the old reference as well. He is 80 years young. Norma Weatherby wins this KT100 heat race. The quarter midget wonder child of the 1960s, 5 weeks before, won the inaugural KT100 main at Wheel to Wheel. She tells us how she learned of Wheel to Wheel. Well, first of all, Norma, what's rat racing?
Rat racing's Ronnie's name for our team. I'm the rat and he's the rat.
Have you done any racing before?
Yes, I have.
Tell us about it. I know you have.
I raced quarter midgets. I started practicing when I wasn't even out of diapers yet. Started racing when I was 4.5. Raced until I was 16. Have to retire at 16.
What attracted you to, or how did you first learn about Wheel to Wheel?
I learned about Wheel to Wheel through mainly Hdsr. We were racing at Paris.
Wow.
And then Ronnie wanted me to race there, my handler, my boyfriend, and Doug Bushy wanted me to come up and try it. So we did. And we raced for the rat. And I won the race.
In this, the May 4th KT100 main, Norma Weatherby jumps out to an early lead. Cash Culp, the 10-year-old son of Heidi Jo Erickson, in second. 11, the octogenarian, Gary Southern, in third, followed by Boo Lee in his red 47. Midway through the main, up jumps the Fox. Gary Southern overtakes Norma Weatherby and goes on to make it 2 consecutive KT100 main events victories. Gary Southern is the former world champion go-kart racer, 5-time NHRA Funny Car Nitro and Nitro Dragster champion, who now resides in Victorville. His back-to-back victories in the KT100 elevate his season points total to 23, 3 in back of Norma Weatherby and Boo Lee's 26. Cash Culp is in third in season points with 24. Even closer in the race for first place in season points and at the main event finish line, these intermediates. Cash Culp leads the field of 12 out of the chute. Cash Culp racing in 3 classes this night, intermediates, KT100, and Dirt Kart Junior. Hot on his heels from the get-go, Lydia Brown in her white 16. Season points leader Stevie Simpson, silver gray 28, starts third in the restart. Sean Rogers, dark 2, tries to nudge him aside coming around turn 3. In the backstretch, Lydia Brown catapults to the forefront as Cash Culp starts to sputter. He will get tangled up with Jaden Manchester, and his green money machine will exit, unable to continue. With 2 of the other top 7 points leaders out of the running or relegated to the back of the pack, Lydia Brown's task is to fight off the 4 other closest challengers. Sean Rogers behind her, Stevie Simpson next, then 58 Jake Adams, followed by the bandit Braden Miller Bushy. The 12-year-old from Glendora captures her first main event checkered of the season. Stevie Simpson edging Sean Rogers for second in a photo finish. Lydia Brown's first place finish moves her up to second place in season points with 19, 1 behind Stevie Simpson. Also with 19 season points, Jake Adams and Jaden Manchester. Braden Miller Bushy, 18. Cash Culp and Sean Rogers have 15. Restrictor plate main, white 29, Ricky Simpson, second in season points coming in. 55, Riley Tippett's 14-year-old from Yorba Linda. Stevie Rogers, dark 3-8. She celebrated her 15th birthday, winning the main a week prior. 85, 64-year-old rookie Steve Adams from Hesperia. 58, Marilyn Tippett's the hard luck story of the night. She won both earlier heat races, but when 3 others get tangled up in turn 1, she slips by only to flip over. She'll speed off the track inexplicitly in the restart. Stevie Rogers overtakes Ricky Simpson in the restart, and that's how this main concludes. Stevie Rogers, the checkered, Ricky Simpson, the 11-year-old 2-time intermediate track champion, finishing second. Steve Adams and Riley Tippett's battle it out for third. Riley Tippett's nudging Steve Adams coming out of turn 3, spinning the rookie around. Steve Adams a remarkable recovery. He goes on to finish third and will enter the next race in third place in season points with 15. Stevie Rogers had finished second to Marilyn Tippett in both heat races.
You saved your best for the main?
Of course, I always do. No, just joking. This main event, it was really good. You know, there was a lot of competition, but today it was just in my favor. I did really good. I came, so yeah.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This soon-to-get dirty dozen start the Pro 500 main. Bobby Taylor, third in season points, the pole position. Fifth row inside is Buck Blair, who had fired a shot over the bow of others to mark his return, winning his second heat race. But the Buckster out of Huntington Beach can't buck his streak of bad luck. In turn 3, he flips. 2 restarts later, Bobby Taylor remaining at the pole, 59 Justin Adams, 3 Jacob Rogers, 84 Will Brown, John Alonzo 99. John Aiden, the man to beat, 5 back. Second lap in, watch for John Alonzo coming out of the backstretch into turn 3, turns around, pops Colin Aiden, then a 4-car entanglement involving Justin Taylor, Mike Lewis, and Will Brown. Next restart, watch for the backstretch woes to strike Jacob Rogers, who hits the wall just before the exit lane. A field of 10 in this restart as Buck Blair has made his way back, relegated to the back of the pack. Three laps later, Bobby Taylor holds his lead. John Aiden takes the high groove in the backstretch and then cuts low to move into second place, edging ahead of Justin Adams. The Bobby Taylor versus John Aiden duel tightens, with John Aiden moving in front as they head down the straightaway. But another restart looms straight ahead. Restart again, and this is how they finish. John Aiden, followed by Bobby Taylor, then John Alonzo. Season points, John Aiden 32, John Alonzo 22, Bobby Taylor 19. Dirt Cart seniors and juniors are combined for their main event. 23 is Blaine Kuhn, wheel-to-wheel rookie from San Clemente. He's a senior. Cash Culp in his green money machine at age 10, a junior. 77, Heidi Jo Culp, Cash Culp's mom. 33 Royal Blue, Maxwell Tippett, 12-year-old from Oak Hills. Laura Lee Coffey and her black 66. She is racing senior. She's the older sister of driver of the week, Liam Coffey. The Coon Doggy comes out of the backstretch and nudges the Cash Master, but doesn't overtake him. Instead, he gets up close and personal with Heidi Jo Culp as Maxwell Tippett gets around them heading into the straightaway. Heidi Jo Culp goes on to finish second among seniors. Maxwell Tippett goes on to capture the checkered in the juniors class. Cash Culp's second place points bring his season total to 24, 9 up on second place Maxwell Tippett. Blaine Kuhn wins the seniors main, moving him into first place in season points with 27, one ahead of Heidi Jo Culp. Laura Lee Coffey is in third in season points with 20.
Bid fast and last. Sold on supporting High Desert Sports. Bid fast and last. Liquidation of government entities, vehicles, firearms, estates, antiques, fine jewelry, coins, and more. Bid online at bidfastandlast.com.
Ready to kick tires, start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive.
Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers, family-owned and operated liquidation experts.
Midway Home Solutions in Victorville, providing highest quality home appliances at discount prices for 6 decades. Valu Quality Truck Body, family-owned and operated since 1954. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide.
Desert High Transportation. Reliable and dependable non-emergency transportation for ambulatory and wheelchair passengers.
High Desert Sports Training, providing proven training concepts. Call to schedule a free evaluation. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. And by the Community Table Restaurant in the Holiday Inn in Victorville, supporting High Desert teams, athletes, and sports programs. This is your High Desert Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events.